how are you guys doing? This is My Africa Show, produced and hosted by Miss Agabelai. How are you guys? How was your week? As you guys can tell, I'm a bit sick. My voice has changed, and please excuse me for that. So today we're back with a brand fresh new episode for you guys to enjoy as always. And please let us know what you guys think about the last episode and also about the topics that we'll be bringing up today. So before we pass on to our coffee time, I would love to share or review two news that just happened recently. The first one is there was this event hosted by Model African Union to celebrate International Youth Day at the Economic Commission for Africa. It was really good. I was able to see that there were a lot of young generation out there asking questions, willing to know, networking, and really going beyond the circumstances that they are in. And also the second one is there is this event hosted at the US Embassy, a very good news we have heard for our country, Ethiopia. I don't want to spoil it. Let's pass on the review and we'll be back.
As we all know, 60% of Africa population is under the age of 25. Hello everyone, this is Agabelai and you're watching My Africa Show on Arts TV. Today, we are at the Economic Commission for Africa here in Addis Ababa. So we'll be attending an event organized by a youth-based organization, Model Africa Union, teamed by digital transformation for inclusive, sustainable development in the Africa we want. So today, I'll go inside, see what is it for you guys to see and enjoy, learn and include into your life. So let's get inside, follow me in.
If you really prepare yourself to become a leader, then you need to get rid of something very, very well-known sickness, and that is selfishness. It is never about you. It is never, ever about you. And once it becomes about you, that is the beginning of corruption, which is another sickness that we face in Africa. We all know that one of our serious problems in Africa is corruption. And corruption is a result of selfishness, because you want to have it all. And because you want to have it all, and you can't have it all, then you get yourself into corruptions. So selfishness is quite a serious sickness, I say. We need to tolerate each other. In this room today, I'm very sure we are all Ethiopians in this room. But I'm very sure we have different tribes here in this room. We have different languages in this room. We have different religions in this room. Am I right or wrong? Right. And the only reason for us that we are sitting, talking to each other, listening to each other, not fighting among ourselves, is because of tolerance, that we are tolerating each other. But this tolerance should not be limited to this room. Tolerance, especially in this beautiful country of Ethiopia, should be exercised everywhere. Why? Because if you don't tolerate each other, then that will be a disaster in the making. That will be a timing bomb. And Ethiopia deserves better from you, all of you as youth. You have received Ethiopia, one united Ethiopia from your ancestors, right? So your duty is to keep it what? To keep it united. As a leader, you need to respect others more than you respect yourself, in fact. You know what I mean by that? If you keep respecting only yourself without balancing the respect of others that with you in the same team or the same group, then it will be a one-way road. And that way, you will be the one, you will be the center of the focus. And once you become the center of the focus, yourself will tell you, you know what, you are the man. You are the only man. You are the only leader. No one else can do what you can do. And you are the man of today and tomorrow. You cannot be a leader alone. Whom are you leading if you are just alone? You have to build networks. You have to build groups of young men and women around you. And that is what we say networking. You need to network with people not only here in Addis Ababa, but in fact in Johannesburg, in Abuja, because you never know. And as a leader, you need to delegate your authority sometimes to those who are working with you as a team, and to ensure there is coordination and collaboration. So you have to be a team builder. You have to believe in your goals, objectives. But these goals and objectives should not be your own goals and objectives. It should be the goals and objectives of those who are following you, those who believe in you, and those who have in fact accepted you as a leader. Thank you very much.
As we are celebrating International Youth Day this week, it is very crucial to see the views, the points, the grounds that the youth of Africa have, especially on different big agendas like Sustainable Development Goals and also Agenda 2063. So today I was able to see that they are young, eager youth, a young generation asking questions, willing to learn, networking, being out there, like expressing themselves. And I feel like that is what we can use to create the Africa we want. And also, Ambassador Sala has also mentioned that it is really crucial in creating the right mindset we want that will give us the right results in creating the Africa we want. And you know, in fact, I want you guys to answer. You ask yourself, what kind of youth am I for Africa? What kind of citizen am I for Africa, for the global world? And also, what kind of Africa are we looking for to create as an Africans? Most importantly, what kind of mindsets do we have? And in order to create the right mindset, I feel like it's really important to know what we want. Once we know what we want, it's only about creating the right mindset that would give us that kind of results. And I was able to see that. I felt so good, so happy and grateful that there are a young generation out there really looking forward in creating the right and the Africa we want and deserve. So guys, I'll keep coming back. Let me take you back to the program. I have my coffee.
How can the youth in Africa deal with language barriers that are mostly found in rural areas, as many of African countries do not have access to a proper education that allows them to build international relations?
As you all know, that the African Union declared this year, the year 2024, as the year of education. But the question is, we do have education in Africa, as you all know. We have, schools, we have universities, we have polytechnics. Why do we need to take a year of our lives as Africans to take a stock of what we have in terms of education? As you all know, Africa, with the exception of Ethiopia, and maybe Liberia to some extent, were colonized by different powers. So what we inherited in Africa today is the education system that was put in place by the colonial power. So we need to look into our system and to try to see what we really need in Africa, and then try to build our education system accordingly. In terms of language barrier, it is very fascinating to see that some of tourists coming to Africa don't speak any African language. And they go to the villages in Ethiopia here, in Kenya, and they are able to communicate without speaking a language. So language can really become a barrier. And that is why in Africa today, we are trying to encourage the African youth to leave the cities and to try to be employed and to find employment outside of the cities. And that's where we will be able to break all these walls that the colonial power built between us as nations in Africa. But again, and again, and again, it's about the mindset. And it's about what you, as an African young man and woman, would like to be in the future. What do you want to be? A front or sitting there in the back? So once again, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the leaders of today and tomorrow. Last message, work on your mindset. What do you want to be? Set your plan. And by the way, Without a plan, you will get nowhere. Because without a plan, that means you don't have fuel in your car. Can you drive a car without fuel? Somebody will say it is electric car. Okay, electric car. Can you drive electric car without batteries? No. So fill yourself with a plan that will take you to the future that you want. But again, the future is not about you. The future is about you, your family, your communities, your societies, and your nation and your continent. Thank you very much.